From out of the man cave and onto the air, it's your favorite voice of ecstasy. It's John St. John with the best morning after ever radio show. 30 some odd minutes of happenings, discussions, and full frontal nudity. So put your arms around your speakers. It's John St. John.
Hey, good morning. Still cold morning here in Chicago studios of SlamInternetRadio.com. This is John St. John with my great co-host Cindy and our wonderful producer, engineer, Kingpin Danny's over there. And, we've been getting kind of serious here. We talked about, we got political last week, or yesterday, I mean. And today, I was finding all the stuff online. I'm like, a lot of the headlines today, they're not all about Ferguson so much. They're all about, like, entertainment, Hollywood stuff. So we're going to have a little fun this 30 minutes
because
this morning.
That's what's really important.
I guess that's what
everyone wants to know about.
The mainstream media today felt this is what we need to hear about. Isn't that funny how you go from this huge national story like Israel fights with Palestine and Palestine wants to destroy Jerusalem, and then you go to the next day is, Taylor Swift is off of Spotify again.
Oh, no. Oh, no. We've already discussed that.
Yeah, but actually there's another story about it. It's a follow-up I wanted to talk about. So we're going to have a little fun this morning. We got kind of, like I said, kind of serious yesterday. And, let's just have a good time. So I want to start off with, actually, I just kind of teased it. Let's talk about the follow-up to our shows of, I guess it was about a week ago when we were talking about Taylor Swift. She is in an argument now. Well, not really an argument. The latest is the follow-up. She is, artists have been chiming in, why are you not on Spotify? And what's going on is it had a lot to do with, like album sales and control of the albums. There are a lot of things that were going on in that situation. And here's what, I'm trying to find the article real quick. Here's what one of her, here it is. Basically, it's the artist Aloe Black is taking the discussion one step further, and here's what he was talking about. It's, again, the update on the Taylor Swift versus Spotify episode, and this is from ET Online. Why Aloe Black is taking the discussion one step further. So with Taylor Swift obviously yanking her entire catalog from Spotify, a lot of artists are actually taking sides on the music streaming debate. And Black is one of those. He's among the latest to speak out. He's a 35-year-old that burst on the scene about a year ago, providing the songwriting and vocals on Absol's hit single "Wake Me Up," and he's been working in the industry many years prior to that. And it basically the breakthrough led to huge new successes for artists that he's worked with, and him himself. And his other credits include "The Man" and the theme to the 2014 FIFA World Cup track, "The World Is Ours." So anyway, he's basically making headlines for saying that he was in Wired magazine, and he's talking about saying that, Taylor Swift controversial Spotify decision is probably, not a good thing, basically. It hurts the industry a little bit. And what he says is definitely a hot topic because you've got the concept that artists are overpaid already for what they do. But a lot of artists are, he says. And, there are singers and songwriters out there not getting paid. And these are the people who, for lack of a better term, don't have the resources that the big artists do. So he says he's an artist. He gets on the stage. He makes money performing. But there are a lot of folks behind the scenes that don't get to do that. So he just, wished that more people could get access to this. So the fact that she's pulling herself off of Spotify just, makes her look a little bit more arrogant, I guess. And in his view, he says that the, songwriters struggle to fall in line with the current debate over minimum wage. He thinks the fight now has something to do about minimum wage. Songwriters can definitely stand up and be a part of. He's drawing parallels between artists who create songs and workers who create products. Basically, Swift made her opinion on the free streaming topic known over the summer in a column she did for the Wall Street Journal. So, I mean, obviously there's a bunch of people that are, not just this gentleman, Aloe Black, but there are other artists. It's been all over the news how the backlash of you want as much, and I agree with this. You want as much access to the media, to the public through media as possible. So obviously there's a little political thing going on there. But anyway,
right.
It keeps going. It's already been almost a couple of weeks since she did that, and it's still all over the news.
I don't understand Spotify.
It basically lets you, how do you want to call it? Pick a playlist, I guess. You play what you want.
Well,
you pay for it, though.
Right.
It's like a monthly fee.
That's the thing. I recently upgraded my phone.
Okay.
And, they said, okay, you can
enjoy,
I can enjoy 6 months of free Spotify Premium. And
how come they didn't offer that to me? I got the 5C.
I don't know.
Got to be a 6er now. I got to be an iPhone 6.
I don't know. But so they offered this to me, and I downloaded the app, and I didn't go through with it because I was like, you know what? Because I'll forget about it, and I'm not giving them my credit card number because I don't want to pay anything, But I got on this thing, and I didn't find it to be user friendly at all. So it was they didn't have a whole lot of things I was looking for. And when I tap on something, I want to play something. It's like they'd play something else by probably the same artist. But
here's the thing: I think it sounds like she just felt that she wasn't getting enough a residual, because that's what the article talked about that Taylor Swift did. And even Spotify CEO Dan Eck had rebutted her statement, issuing a long statement that suggested that Swift, before pulling her tracks, was actually on track to earn $6 million from the service. So.
Okay.
To me, it seems like it might have been a little bit of a publicity stunt. Almost,
I just don't understand how it's going to generate that kind of. Is everybody using the Spotify?
Could it be the iHeart people? Because here's the thing: she does a lot of concerts with iHeartMedia. I think her album company's connected with iHeartMedia.
Well, she's getting paid
from
from
her song, so
she's getting paid from all kinds of other sources. So why does she even need this little rinky-dink,
I don't know. It was just an interesting follow-up that I still kind of don't understand her whole reasoning there.
Right.
It sounds like neither does the CEO of Spotify.
Well,
it sounds like you don't even know how to use Spotify.
I think the whole music industry, they're trying to figure out any which way they can get to make money, because obviously they're not selling CDs anymore. Nobody's buying CDs.
I don't know. She does a lot of publicity stunts, just like this one. A good old Biebs. Justin Bieber's in the news again.
Right.
He's always in the news. Somebody he's dating. Somebody he peed on, or something he peed on, I should say.
Did he peed on somebody?
Or he raced too fast down at his island in Miami or wherever the hell he's at.
Okay.
But now the latest one is...
Was Harry Jr. hanging around in this whole party?
Harry Jr. needs to be part of his harem. Hello, KJ, if you're listening. Anyway, Justin Bieber is... he's allowed... I guess he was going to buy the house, but his parents decided no. Justin Bieber's original house he was living in before he came to L.A. is now up for sale for close to $300,000. So for $300,000, you could sniff Justin Bieber's pillow.
Is it in Canada?
It's his house in Canada.
Oh, I'm so there. It's probably warmer in Canada than it is here.
Yeah, right. The polar vortex is coming down here instead of up there.
Thanks for Canada. They give us cold weather and Justin Bieber.
Right.
I think we should.
So we could buy his. I'm trying to open the article. That's kind of funny that we could end up buying his house. So wouldn't that be hilarious?
No,
having the you don't want to be a believer and own his house.
No, I'm not that big of a fan.
It was on TMZ. The title of the article was "Sniff My Pillow for $300,000, $279." So I don't know if you actually get to have his pillow or what, but
he used to be such a sweet
all you have
boy.
to do is pony up $275,000 to find out. So I guess it's actually his grandparents that are selling the 3-bedroom home in Stratford, Ontario, and of course the one that belonged to Justin, who spent about 80% of his childhood at the house because he spent a lot of time with his grandparents. So it's being actually marketed. They're using this as a marketing ploy that it's Justin Bieber's old crib.
Okay.
I think in that area of Canada, even says in the article, it's kind of pushing it for price. But hey, if you're a believer, you'll ante up.
You know what? There's some idiot out there that
I don't know. Supposedly the home has been updated.
I don't know because his fan base is all about what 16 to 18, and
they have a little shrine to Justin Bieber. I'll have it on Facebook. The picture. So I guess you get the house and you get Justin Bieber's old, toys and wallpaper and his sheets and everything. Kind of creepy.
That's kind of stupid.
So you wouldn't want to buy Justin Bieber's house?
No.
I actually think it'd be kind of. If I had $300,000 laying around, I might do it just for the hell of it.
I mean, is it a nice house?
I don't know if it's a good investment to move in that part of Canada. I don't know what Toronto real estate market's like.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, it depends on how the dollar's working against the Canadian dollar.
I thought you were going to say the yen.
The Canadian yen.
Yeah, the Canadian yen.
They did switch pretty recently, didn't they?
No, but they're in a recession down there in Japan. But where was I? So anyway, interesting Hollywood story. We're on Entertainment Day today.
Okay.
For everybody listening, this is the best morning after ever with John St. John and my great co-host Cindy, and we're talking all entertainment. And it's just funny that I don't know if I'd want to spend $300,000 to live in that area of Toronto and anywhere cold. Anywhere I'm going to move out to Chicago is going to be very warm. Like the Bahamas or something.
Right.
I've been saying that though for 10 years. I'm still living here in my adult life, but whatever. Hey, did you hear that? Have you ever seen the show The D-List with Kathy Griffin?
A long time ago, yeah.
I don't believe it's on anymore. It was on. It was a TLC or A&E. One of the like the women-y networks. It wasn't Oprah.
I just saw Kathy Griffith on.
She used to be on
is it
News
Griffin
Radio.
or Griffith?
Griffin.
Okay, yeah. I mean, see, I'm obviously a big fan, but I just saw her on some show the other night.
Well, she's replacing Joan Rivers.
Okay.
She's going to be the new fashion police, fashionista.
Well, I saw her on some
Her and
Showtime
Melissa.
show the other night with Dave Attell.
Yeah, she did that thing on the couch, right?
It was called Dave's Old Porn.
Yeah, you like that show?
I mean, I thought it was an odd thing. I mean, they were talking to old porn stars.
I've never brought it up because I didn't even think it was still on the air. So is Dave Attell still doing that?
Well, I guess. I mean, because I was just watching it the other night, and I mean, I guess I fell asleep to it because it was actually kind of dumb. But they were reviewing old porn movies.
Well, she's actually. I mean, I always find it funny she talks about being on a D-list, but she's pretty well known in L.A. I mean, the fact that she's going to replace Joan Rivers as a critic of the stars of how they dress,
right. Well, she's well known
Fashion
because
Police, the Fashion Police show.
I think she's well known because she's made a career out of explaining to people how
she's on the D-list.
How not well known she is, and
made a career how well not
it's
known,
kind
right.
of I don't know. I mean, I guess she's funny. I'm not. Again, I'm not really that big a fan, but.
Well, I guess she's going to be officially. She's been named as the Fashion Police head host. I guess you'll call her the anchor because TMZ was talking about it recently here a couple of days ago, and it's all over the internet now that it's a done deal. She'll replace her mother. Melissa Rivers will be on the show. Kathy replaces Joan Rivers, who just died recently in the last couple of months. Kelly Osbourne will still be there, and then Juliana Rancic, who actually is from Chicago, married Bill Rancic, who was the original. Remember when Trump did the not Celebrity Apprentice, but just The Apprentice.
The Apprentice.
So that was
well,
Bill Rancic.
And I mean now she's a celebrity in her own right.
Yeah, she's always been a reporter, but then
was she?
She got famous with him, even more famous with him.
I thought she got famous because she got sick, and then it was one of those deals, but.
Well, anyway, so she's going to be, I guess, being as outrageous as Joan was. She is funny. She's totally made herself over. She used to look, she actually looks, a lot better, I think, than she did 10 years ago when she was on News Radio. Redhead, crazy redhead, like a Lucy of today,
I
but
guess
not as funny.
She's aging nicely. I mean,
I guess I don't know. I don't even know how old she is. It didn't say in the article either.
Probably
our age,
50.
maybe in her 40s, 50,
maybe. I don't. Probably close to it.
Do you ever catch the new show that's been on ABC's? Speaking of Kathy Griffin, she's kind of from the late 80s, early 90s with News Radio and everything. All the other stand-up comedy she did and other shows she's been on. Have you seen the Goldbergs yet?
I have seen the Goldbergs. I'm not really following it, so.
It's actually a really funny show with the creator of Curb Your Enthusiasm is on it, and the lady from she was she was actually the clerk and she would do ride-alongs on Reno 911. She's the mother. And then I don't know, the kids are all newcomers. I don't recognize them from any movies, but it's on ABC. And then the grandpa he's from so many things. Now I'm putting myself on the spot.
George Siegel?
It's George Siegel.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's great. He owns a furniture store, and it's a store. And the latest episode is, and this is why I brought it up. Do you remember when we were kids, like all of the workout routines? I mean, there was Jane Fonda doing her Jane Fonda workout and all these crazy fads. You remember Jazzercise?
I remember Jazzercise.
I mean, I think it's still around.
With the leotards and the leg warmers.
With the leotards and the leg warmers. Well, they're doing an episode for Thanksgiving this week. In fact, it's, I believe, on tonight. That is covering, how to get ready for Thanksgiving, and that's your routine. You got to do the Jazzercise routine.
Well, it sounds like a good...
Mind you, this is the first time they know about it. It's a fad that's going on at the time. That's what's hilarious about the show. It's all about fads of the 80s.
Fads of the 80s.
I mean, you got to see their hairstyles. They did a great job making them look just like they're from, like, 1986. Right?
I think that the leotard and leg warmer thing, that could come back. I mean,
weren't you wearing some the other day?
Wouldn't you like to? Well, no, not necessarily, but
no. I thought you had them tight. What do you call it? Leggings.
I had leggings on. Yes.
Well, isn't that kind of a leotard?
No, I mean a leotard's really almost like a one-piece
onesie.
bathing suit.
It's a onesie
with a pair of
it's
tights.
Though. It's
but
tight.
of course, the tights have to be white, and the top part has to be like teal or pink or. Some goofy 80s color.
Well, you definitely want to check this show out on demand. It's great if you don't see it live. It's on ABC network. It's on the network with it. 8:30 on what's actually today. It's on no Thursday. It's on Wednesdays. We missed it. It's on Wednesdays every week at 8:30. So. Check it out on demand. It's a great show, though. I mean, it's one of my favorites. There's another new one. It's on ABC as well. Have you seen the Not So? Oh, man. What is the name of it right now? I wasn't going to talk about it, but it's hilarious. It has it's got, believe it or not, he's got Neo in it from The Matrix. Is the grandfather in the show.
Who is Neo?
It's the Not So Blacks, or the Blackish. It's called Blackish. Thank you.
Okay.
I just found it online here. So that's a new show that's on ABC as well. So they got a pretty good lineup going on.
Didn't Brad Paisley make a joke about that a couple weeks ago?
I think he did, actually. It's funny. Isn't that funny? That we kind of tie it in with headlines. But anyway, good stuff on ABC there. So you got to check that out for the holidays, I guess. On demand, and you can listen to us anytime that you want when it's not live in the morning. Just look at slaminternetradio.com, Spreaker.com, Blog Talk Radio, and where else are we on? YouTube, and soon to be, as soon as we figure it out, we thought we were on, but we're not yet. iTunes, but we're getting there. We're almost there. So all those places, you check us out. Just type in the Best Morning After Ever or Best Morning After Ever radio show. Either one, you'll find us. And good stuff. Good stuff. We like to comment on all things, whatever, really. Mostly, we started out the show kind of being more focused on, things that are trending that are more of like a relationship-related love, sex, and relationship.
Uh-huh.
But now we just seem to talk about just about anything we feel like talking about.
Well, I mean, eventually we'll find our niche, and
we'll
figure out what makes us different from everybody else.
Wait, I like how you said it. Isn't it niche?
Niche. I don't know.
Nietzsche was a writer.
Most people don't go
a
around
philosopher.
quoting Nietzsche. So
yeah, let's not talk about Nietzsche, right?
Let's not talk about Nietzsche. I mean,
I
in Nietzsche news, let me tell you about.
Oh, jeez.
I don't know.
I don't know how this segues, but do you ever see the show on CBS that's based here in Chicago as well? It's now in syndication. Melissa McCarthy's on it. She's actually Jenny McCarthy's.
Is that the Mike and Molly show?
Mike and Molly, yep.
Okay, no, I mean, I've heard of it, I guess. But.
Well, everybody in the audience, have you seen Molly lately? She's actually lost like 60 pounds.
Well, good for her.
Yeah, I mean, she was getting kind of chunky, and she was on 2 movies this summer.
Right.
St. Vincent, which just came out about a month ago, and before that, Tammy over the holiday, 4th of July. And, I mean, she was looking like scary big.
Right. Well, I saw that movie.
And she's married.
I saw the other movie that she made not too long back.
Which one?
Was Identity Thief?
Oh, Identity Thief from like 2 years ago.
I kind of liked it.
Year and a half ago.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was kind of funny.
She definitely is doing the more of the Hollywood look. She has her own line of clothing.
For big girls.
For big girls.
I might have to go find that.
I don't know if you would fit in them. You're actually not that big.
Well, I mean, I might not look that big, but Trust me.
I mean, you are. I guess you are kind of
we
big
shop
for a
in the
woman.
big girl section. You know,
For the woman, the newly sized woman or whatever you want to call
that's
it.
right. That's
The
right.
newly transformed woman.
Well, I mean, the newly transformed woman is I don't know, just.
Should we do the
way she
transformed
is.
man? Should we sing some songs from William Shatner's album or what?
Oh, are we back on William Shatner again?
Everything always revolves around William Shatner.
Why?
We were talking about that last
Why?
week.
Doing this to
We
me.
had what were we doing when we were talking about William last week?
Betty White was.
Oh, Betty White was on.
got
She's in
her
love with
crush
William
on him,
Shatner.
and, you know, it was.
I
it
can't
was
believe William Shatner's 80.
it was a
like 82.
treat to talk to Betty White the other night.
Anyway, Melissa McCarthy lost a lot of weight. She's got her line of clothing. Apparently, she was having trouble finding the dresses for a lot of the premieres. So, probably health-wise, it's just better for her.
Probably.
She's looking a little more like Rosie O'Donnell now.
Well, that's not good. I don't like Rosie one bit,
But skinny-wise, Rosie lost a lot of weight as well.
I still don't care. I hate Rosie.
Whatever. Melissa McCarthy's in the news for
Rosie
losing
can go-
weight.
No, I better not say it.
That's a good thing. So, this is funny. This is a weird story, actually, in the last couple minutes of the show. There's this artist out here. This is from Mashable.com. I think I showed you before the show. It's all on Facebook, by the way. I forgot to mention, you can check us out on all of those networks, SlimerNetRadio.com, Breaker.com, Blog Talk Radio, YouTube, soon to be iTunes. And also, you can check us out on Facebook and Twitter. Definitely look us up there. And that is definitely the Best Morning After Ever radio show. Look that up, Best Morning After Ever radio show. And you'll see the picture I'm talking about from Mashable. It's a nerdy photo series that actually turns a bunch of superheroes into 16th century works of art. And it's actually really cool. Here, look at this. You got to go to the articles from Mashable.com, but I'll read it too. But one of the pictures is of Batman and Robin, and they literally look like, like the King and the Prince. I mean, they've got the whole, I don't know what they call that, a sash. What was that ring around when they used to wear, like, next to the cape?
I should know that, but I don't.
And then they both got armor on. It's actually really cool. But they still have their mask. You can still tell it'd be Batman and Robin. So, I think Batman and Darth Vader would have been cool, and they would have made art history class so much cooler if you were doing pictures of them, don't you think?
Yeah.
So that's basically what happened here. French photographer Sasha Goldenberger, he's calling it the Super Flamens, which translates as the Super Flemish, and he's basically reimagining superheroes and sci-fi icons, posing them in their 16th century garb, which is I'm surprised nobody's ever done that before.
I wish I knew about this years ago, the whole reimagining superheroes thing, because it is such a big business, and I'm almost getting tired of it.
I mean, there's a ton of movies out right now.
Just like, let's reboot it. Let's make.
Marvel and DC, I think, are rebooting every character they have in the next 3 years.
I mean,
have you seen the lineup online of all the shows?
We don't have to have new thoughts
and
anymore.
Movies.
It's just a matter of will it sell tickets?
They're on TV. They're on demand. Netflix and movies in the movie theater, the big screen. So
I mean, is there any new superheroes?
But this isn't really reinventing them. This is making them look like they're superheroes from the 1600s. Which is really cool.
Just saying that it's just copying somebody else's work, and
they got ruffled collars, puffy skirts. They've got Darth Vader, Captain America, Wonder Woman, and they transform into look like I said, noblemen from the Renaissance. It's cool.
Okay.
How about if Hulk was a duke? They've got actually one of him looking. I don't know if he can fit in the clothes, but
so Dukeomania would be running wild.
Yeah, I guess so. So I guess this guy is a lifelong lover of the comic book, obviously culture, duh. And he wanted to pay tribute to all of his superheroes. So this is actually the guy's making money from this. You believe that?
Well, I mean, I guess good for him.
It's all photos too. He had 60 actors actually model for him, so it's
I'm
pretty
glad
cool.
that he's making some money, and
so check out his website.
I'm glad that there are other people out there with money to burn.
Yeah. Well, this is over in France, So
well,
I would want to buy this art. I think it's actually pretty cool looking. No?
It's just I don't know.
Well, you don't like comic books? Is that what?
I'm not really one for comic books, so yeah.
If Star Wars existed centuries ago, he makes a comment. If Star Wars existed centuries ago, Queen Elizabeth would probably have been a fan because of all the pictures. You should look at all these pictures. You got to go online, folks, to Mashable. I mean, they literally look like they're from royalty,
But
the royal family. I like Spider-Man's outfit the best.
But didn't Star Wars happened centuries ago? I mean, didn't it say a long, long time ago in a galaxy far, far away? I mean,
yeah. So anyway,
so we've devolved since the days of Star Wars.
I guess that's the whole theory behind it, right?
Well, we continue that trend.
We are devolving. Yeah,
Yes,
seems
we
like
are.
it, doesn't it? Definitely does. So yeah, I think I've covered all of my topics I wanted to cover here. I'm trying to think of what I missed. Oh, well, no, that's not really entertainment related. This is a funny story, though. In our last couple minutes we have left here, I wanted to talk about this last week, and I missed it. This is a good story. You'll like this one. It's, once a cheater, more likely a cheater again and again. So it's perfect for our conversation here, because isn't everybody in L.A. like married 3 times?
I think so.
Pretty much. It's funny, to speaking of that, we're kind of backtracking a little bit. Melissa McCarthy's been married to her husband, who was also in 3 movies with him, with her, I should say. And they've been married for like 20 years, so they're kind of an anti-Hollywood, star couple. But
well, she's not from Hollywood. She's from Plainfield.
Yeah, that's right.
So.
She's from here. Maybe that has something to do with it. But anyway,
you ever been to Plainfield?
I've been to Plainfield.
You know,
there's a lady still missing that was living in Plainfield.
Plainfield, truth in advertising, because that's what it once was.
Oh, Plainfield.
Plainfield.
Well, this is an interesting article. Why would we care? Okay. Well, because if something seems too good to be true, well, it probably is. Okay, whatever. So a few dates, maybe a few months, and you guys are getting serious, right? So you're going to ask, have you ever cheated on anyone? Okay. And your paramour, I like this term, says that it doesn't matter. Well, they're wrong, because someone in a relationship who's had sex with another is 3.7 times more likely to cheat again. Mm-hmm. And that's coming from a researcher and psychology graduate at the University of Denver, Kayla Knopp. So I guess they're doing studies on it. Boy, that's a big percentage. 3.7 times more likely to cheat.
Well, 3.7 times. I mean, that's like...
Well, what is
it's like, what, 370% more?
You're right.
What?
Well, that's what it's talking about. So I guess once a cheater, always a cheater, huh?
Well, I mean...
have you ever cheated on a girlfirend?
No.
Boyfriend?
No.
I
no.
really kind of sort of... Well, actually, I know I did. When I was 21...
I keep getting propositions.
I took my old girlfriend to Great America while I was dating my current girlfriend, Heather, at the time, and she spazzed. We really weren't doing anything. We just went out as friends, but wow, she thought I was cheating. So
no, I've never cheated myself, but like I said, I do get propositioned a lot by married men.
Apparently, the nannies end up taking a lot of women away, because it happened even recently to Uma Thurman. So I guess I don't know. I guess it's a trend out there in L.A. and just in the country in general that cheating. They're cheating. You're not cheating hard.
Right.
So anyway, an interesting story for the L.A. crowd, I guess. But that's. I think I've covered it all.
I think so.
That was definitely one of our lighter
right
episodes.
I guess we'll have to hit it hard next.
We didn't get too into the relationship or any sex stories. We didn't talk about racial inequality like last week. We didn't talk about theater. We just kind of had a little fun.
No.
Did you have fun?
I had fun. But you
not look like you're having fun.
Well,
you look like you're ready to run out of the studio.
No, it's early in the morning. You're lucky I'm even here.
I'm falling asleep, actually.
So,
this I need more sugar in my coffee, I guess. But anyway, everybody, you have a great morning. Check us out the rest of the week and every Monday through Friday here on Slammer Internet Radio. We're looking at extending our shows, but at the moment it's 30 minutes of fun, 5 days a week. And check us out on all those sources again. SlammerInternetRadio.com, of course, with Kingpin Danny over here. Spreaker.com, that's SPREAKER.com. Facebook, Twitter, Blog Talk Radio, YouTube. I mean, we're everywhere.
Yeah.
You can't get rid of us.
As much as you may want to.
Well, whatever. Yeah, and check out our sponsors, too. I don't think I mentioned them yet today. You got to check out our sponsor, thesparkmaker.com, and call your local ADT rep if you need security systems installed in your house. So check out ADT. The local rep number in the area is 708-878-0700. 0565 and thesparkmaker.com for any of your sensual needs in the bedroom, or just, gifts for friends, or gag gifts for parties. Check it out, thesparkmaker.com.
So not only are we promoting security, we're promoting sensuality.
Sensuality and security. Isn't that perfect?
Secure sensuality.
It all comes together. We're
It
talking
all comes
politics. We're talking entertainment industry. We're talking net neutrality in the last show. We really didn't get into it too much. And now sensuality and security.
Because you can probably find something at the Spark Maker that'll make you feel real secure at night.
Yep.
So
everybody take care. It's the Best Morning After Ever radio show. I'm John St. John. She's Cindy. And we're going to get out of here because I'm going to go home and take a nap.